What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jasmine, and I got a story time for you. All right. So I got two story times in one, but God put it on my heart to say and to state my own testimony. I'm gonna start with the first one that happened in about like 2022, 2022, 2021, at the end of 2021, starting 22. I was somewhat in the streets. In the streets by meaning like, clubbing, partying, around all type of different people and stuff like that. Doing all type of different things, sex, weed bad, let's see. It's really a whole lot, but depression, anxiety, all that. I was feeding all that bad though at the same time. So around that time, I was around all different type of people, like I was saying, and those people not being the ones that God sent to me. Speaking of that, you have to know who God has sent to you for your good and who the devil sent to you to test. Because God didn't promise that we wouldn't have tests. And you just gotta be careful. You gotta be real careful. You gotta be real smart. You can't just go through life as if nothing can happen to you. I feel like that's another thing that taught me. And it taught me it taught me one of the worst ways, I can't lie. Because I come from Monroe, Louisiana, right? So a lot of people don't know too much about that. Well, yeah, honestly. So yeah, yeah. I thought I was, I am, but you're not invincible, especially if you don't got God's word. So I thought I said, me, I'm having time of my life. And then at that time, I was rebelling against my mama too, because we had a lot of stuff going on at home. So I'm just like, all right, yeah, let's see what this is about. You feel me? Yeah. So I kind of got into the nightlife a lot. I got into the nightlife. I'm gonna get straight to this part because I couldn't sit here and explain to y'all about everything I did for forever, but it's not really what I'm here for. I already stated that. So, one night I got drunk, and like I said, I was going through a lot of depression and anxiety, and really a whole lot of loneliness. Nobody talks about the fact that you could be around a lot of people and still feel the void of being lonely. Because I have always been around a bunch of people. Bunch of people, right? But, I would say a bunch of the wrong people, okay? We're going to say a bunch of the wrong people. Because I feel like it really does depend on who you surround yourself with. Because if it's people that, uplift the energy and, it's a safe space for you, then those type of people are, yeah. But if you're around, everybody not gonna like this, but I don't really care. I'm not the type to care. But, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Like I said, the wrong people, whether you want to admit it or not, so whatever. What was I saying though? Yeah, anyways, I was fighting anxiety, depression, loneliness, resentment towards family members. For resentment is holding anger or a grudge towards them for what they have done in the past, how they treated you, something like that. And resentment can lead to all types of pain. Actually, it can actually show up in your physical as well, if you didn't know. Yeah, it really can. In that time, just to throw some humor in this, my hair would not grow. A guy was like, okay, all right, you still mad? We know they're not good people, but you still mad? What's that doing for you? All right, I got you. Then I got in the streets too. So he like, oh, she's showing out. She's showing out. He said, yank. Yank, Leonard, yank. Every time I look up, yank. Yank. Pay your mama bitch, yank. No. Oh, but anyways, I don't know if this scar is still on me, y'all. Hey, I had to learn my lesson the hard way, fuck it. But this is a scar, and I got one on this arm as well. Oh, these getting a little big, ain't it? But what was I gonna say? I jumped out the car. Yeah, I'm a goofy person, so don't think I'm a maniac or nothing. What was I gonna say though? I jumped out the car chasing my hat, but the thing is, I was drunk. So most people, when they're under influence, they don't know no better, but I can't lie. It makes me like focus. It makes me like Okay, that wasn't supposed to be that funny, y'all. Let's get to this story, because that ain't funny no more. Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah, though, I jumped out the car, right? Y'all, I still remember this night like yesterday. I promise it was like yesterday. I jumped out the car chasing what was that, my hat? It had to be my hat. But I really think it was my hoodie, because I never found the hoodie. Or both. I mean, it could have been both. Like I said, that's why I don't be drinking like that no more. Cause baby, I'm a wild boy. I'm a wild boy. As soon as that drink get me, I'm a wild boy. I'm a wild boy. Yeah, I'm talking about. But yeah, but good thing is I'm a wild boy now. I'm not. You get it too. Don't be funny. But but once what was I about to say? Yeah, so I jumped out of there. Man, this was ugly. This scar was so ugly. I posted on Instagram, on Facebook. People that really rock me, they was like, Chaz, I'm so disappointed in you. Like, what is you doing out there? Like, therapy? It was, bruh, and it was this girl that I really fucked with too. Like, she is real cool, like real cool. I love older people, older women that ain't weird, that can tell you like right from wrong and be your bestie, like be cool with you like that, like smackdown. Like, I love them. And she was one of them, so she like, Jazz. And thing is, I had a mama growing up, so back then I needed that love, you know. And I can't lie, I'm one of those people that's gonna tell the truth. Sometimes I still need it, and God put them people in my life every time. So yeah, seek and you will find. What was I saying though? I keep getting off track, don't it? Yeah, this was my first, not my first time. Yeah, I tried to commit suicide that night on purpose. But I was with somebody that, you know how you had them fake friends, y'all, that, you know, you just do shit with. Crazy thing is, I had bought an apartment. I had bought an apartment with this dummy. I was finna help buy what's that called? Build a car and shit. Like all types of stuff. I'm not bashing about it. I just talk like that. So, what was I finna say? Excuse me. The whole message is, yeah, this is like a vlog, so don't act like y'all waiting on me or something. Don't act like this too much. I stay on your phone all night. Cause y'all know y'all wish I was on the phone with me anyway. Let's not do too much. But what was I finna say? Somebody must not want me to speak on the story. Girl, yes, so anyways, that's one time, like, oh, that's what I was saying. When I was with somebody who really ain't really messing with me like that for real, you know, on the real. You know how they be like, how the old heads be like, when it all go down, you gonna see who really riding and who not. Did not figure that out. I had to figure that out before, though. Bitch tried to kill me and her. I'm like, man, I can't trust you. You don't even like yourself, man. Get me the fuck out of this car. Nah, real though. Real talk. But a lot of stuff you just gotta go through. I can't sit up here and tell you. I promise you, because whenever I was, you know, it out there. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. Couldn't nobody be like for real. But the thing is, I always walked with God, so it was just like, bro, if it happened, it happened. You know, one thing about me, I'm gonna take my consequences. Just make sure you can take yours. Okay? Okay. So, you know, so I ain't gonna speak too much, but you know, that's how that happened. And oh, that's what I was saying too. All I remember is the police pulling over whenever I jumped out, like, are you okay? Girl, I started laughing and got back, and I started laughing, got up, laughed at myself, and ran back to the car. The girl that was with me didn't even get out the car. She like, B, you better come on. You know I don't care. I'm not even being done in like they self. I wasn't looking for Shawty to get out the car, but it's just like at the same time I'm a human, so I really was looking like, damn, she ain't gonna get out the car, you know? But shit. It is what it is. Forgot the second story. We're gonna make these videos too. Give me a minute. It was already at like, know what the business is. So this is the add-on to the part of the story. The same girl that I ended up trying to myself with in the car. So I ended up it being revealed by God that she started envying me because I was moving up in what I wanted to do in life. So I started working on cars, and that's not even a profession I look for. So that's crazy that she was just hating me at that level. So sometimes whenever you have friends and the people that you're around, you gotta really just pay attention, because you'll never know, and you gotta look at yourself for yourself and them as they self, because everything that you think and you feel won't always be what the next person feels and think. And that's whenever I learned that as well, because that had always been my problem. That was really a big problem for me. Like, I'm talking about anybody could have my heart. Oh, you want a space? Oh, you want a space? Cool, I'll give it to you. And then at the end, it's always something, you know? And it's like everybody around me never protected me in that way, as where it's like my emotions or seeing stuff. They seen stuff for what it was and they never told me. And I get the fact that I have to learn stuff as well. But one thing I learned from myself is, if I can, I'm gonna try to tell somebody, like, at least something, like, because people in our minds still work to where if you tell somebody something, even later on, at least while they going through it, they'll realize it. So just that little bit of help can save somebody's life, because I started realizing even the people, family really wasn't, didn't go as hard as I did behind them. Because if they did a lot of stuff, they would have told me. And they knew everything I was going through, everything, because, and I feel like a lot of people don't speak up whenever people go through depression, anxiety, whenever people going through trauma. Like, they just look at them as these fucked up creatures or something. And it's like, everybody that had something that changed the way they think, the way they move, like anything, even the way you speak, everybody is different, yes, but everybody has been through something. That's all what life is about, So the fact that people around me just was never there for me, it really made me end up going through so much, because I feel like even if you are a wild child or you don't know how to express your emotions and stuff like that, so just having at least somebody that's around you, be that support, that's worth it. Because you never know what somebody can go out there and do for real. You never know how deep it can get, And when you looking for that support and you can't find it inside your circle, and you go out there seeking it, a lot, and this is a generational thing that I've noticed a lot in families. They be like, oh, you seeking outside validation, you going out there for it, go ahead, get it. But it's like, we're still human, so in our minds, if you're not as close to God as you can be, and you grew up and a lot of stuff was traditional to where, like, you can't even trust the people that's giving you the advice anyway. So now your thinking already messed up from that. So you go outside, and now it's just like, I'm living based off just, a blank mind. So you looking at it as this, my blank canvas. This what I'm doing. And then as a child, like I said, you get released into the streets, all you gonna think about is, shoot, this my life, basically. Because you got to think from really that perspective, because when you go out there, that's really the perspective that we have. That's all we have. And it's nothing to really look at for guidance. That's really what I'm saying. It's not really nothing to look at for guidance these days, really, other than God. But so much of the world has been miscombobulated when it comes to that. So everybody just thinking like, oh, who is that? A lot of people just belittling it now. But that's why so much stuff is going the way it is as well. And so this is like a podcast, I guess, now. But that's an important lesson I could give to you. I just want to keep on going on about this and basically that part of my life, really. And then another thing that it can do, not having that support, is you can go out and you can find somebody that has already did that for themselves. They love themselves. They treating themselves right, and they see that version and that potential in you. And you can take that as relationships. You can take that as, just something that is not. And then you miss out on that opportunity because you was never shown that love. So you don't know what to do with that love. So you fumble that love. So you treat it like it's lesser. Or you don't know what to do with it. Back then, like I said, with all that going on with my mental, my trauma, all that, I took it as my emotions always skyrocketed instead of, guarded up. That's another thing that people used to, like, look at when it came to me. They like, oh, she naive. But it's like, no, like, even the smallest bit of love used to just be like, damn. Because, like I said, once you don't get that and you do get it, that's just like dope, for real. You're not a dope head. Then you hit it. Now it's like, dang, that's a high I gotta keep chasing. So that's another thing that I would just want to bring awareness to. And I found that I did that. And then another thing was that was a pattern that I had to stop, and that I'm still working on. Cause when your mom not really there in all those ways, you really look for it in anybody you come across. And I that's all I'm gonna say. You know, if you've been there, then you've been there, and you know that, and you understand what that is. You know the path that you go down, looking for love. Especially if you in my shoes for real, and you like a woman that like women. I looked for older women that was like my mom, and most of the time I did not find that. I found even more trauma. So everything just led up to so much, and all that leads to just love yourself for what you can, even if you don't know what you're doing, even if you gotta do it crying. Because a lot of people look at crying as weak, but what if that's all you got? What if crying is the only thing you got? Literally. Because I literally only had my tears before. Like I said, when I was out there, God, like, ain't nothing growing on you because you're around the wrong people. You're not gonna look like this. Why? So you can attract even more wrong people? Oh, wait, I'm talking about, I'm praying to God, hey, God, just make me, thick, let my hair grow. He like, yeah, no. No, girl. I got another podcast that I want to do after this one. So just stay tuned. I'm going to start doing these more regularly. And I suggest this to people who are looking just to talk. Sometimes you don't even have to talk to somebody. You could just talk to God first of all. Then just do what you feel, even if you're scared. Cause it took me a minute to get in front of this camera. I'm not no tell it on the mountain person, but I felt God pushing me here. After a while, because once God start progressing you in life, he don't do it for no reason. So, he don't want you just hiding your story, hiding what you've been through. You not going through it for no reason. So, I had to learn that. That's a lesson I had to learn too, because I used to blame the world. I was just like everybody I resented and held grudges towards. I'm like, man, I gotta go through this. What this doing? It's just making me angry. You feel me? So, it's a lot of stuff that I'm still working on. I could be better at, but it's all about taking the first step. It's all about believing in God, like I said. And then, even if you don't have that faith and belief in yourself, after that, he gonna give it to you. He just gonna start giving it to you. Like, you really gotta seek it. Like, real life seek it. You can't just wake up one day and be like, well, God, I want this. He gonna be like, oh, well, I want you to act this way. I want you to do this, but you're not doing it. So, I had to start holding myself accountable, even when it felt like he wanted me, like in a victim mindset, it's like, oh, he trying to beat me up or something. He wanted me to go down like this. But once I started to shift my mindset, and it takes a lot. It take a whole lot. I'm talking about a whole lot. Because that strength not in us, first of all. That's why the breaking down, that's what the breaking down is for. That's what the breaking down is for. So you can gain that wisdom. You can gain that heart, that trust in him. Because once you by yourself for so long and you keep getting knocked down, you gonna go to God. I don't care what you say. And if you don't, you're a strong devil worshiper. Hey, go ahead. But that's all I have, because like I said, I'm still trying to get used to this camera stuff. I'm still trying to get used to even expressing myself. I'm seen as the strong boulder, and a lot of people don't even see me as strong. I just hold it all in. Not even hold it in, but like I keep it to myself. I go through my stuff. I cry my stuff out. You know, I ain't never, like I said, I never had that emotional mother figure, all that support, the extra support and stuff. I never really had that. So I just chunk it up and I talk to God about it, keep going. You know? So if you think you can't do it, look at me. Have a good day now, though. Whenever you see this, good day, good morning, good night. Aight.